Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another lighting chat. I am joined tonight by the one and only Geoff Short from Chauvet DJ. Good evening, Geoff.
Hello, how are you, John? It's great to be with you.
I'm doing very well. You know, you're down in that Florida area, and I've been down there a couple of times this summer, and it's been so incredibly hot. Before we get to lighting, before we get to anything else, I got to ask, how do you people do it?
Let me tell you, I don't know because I'm still not one of these people. Actually, I'm a northern guy, being from Northeast Ohio in Cleveland. So it is just ungodly hot here in the summertime. But you know what? It's a beautiful country. It's beautiful people. So I'm not complaining. But just find some AC and buckle down. And pretty soon, when the rest of the country is frigid Arctic in a deep freeze, then we're living large. So
yeah, exactly.
I can't complain.
Yep, that's that trade-off you get. And
Absolutely.
As I was telling some people at the airport, I can always throw a jacket on in the winter, but I couldn't throw a jacket on down there and make that.
No, it's either in a pool or in air conditioning. I mean, those are your options.
Oh, yeah, but it's good stuff. Nice place, as you say, down there. Beautiful location. So, ladies and gentlemen, tonight, Geoff and I are going to dig into the upcoming school dance season. I had mentioned to Geoff, of course, that a lot of people are getting geared up for the school dance, and it's like, do you have some suggestions? And Geoff, I think you went through the inventory and went through the lights, and you probably have a few suggestions for those who are getting ready to kind of step up their lighting game for the fall.
Yeah, I mean, I can't believe it's already back to school season. I know there's many parents of young kids who it couldn't come fast enough to get them back in school, but it seems like things just fly by. And, as we all know, the school season can be a real moneymaker for DJs and lighting guys and event producers. And certainly there are many specifically school dance experts out there, and I don't claim to be one of those, but I certainly talk to those people a lot, and we've got some great product ideas and some other things to think about in terms of the back to school season in general.
Yeah.
For me, these things boil down into categories.
Mm-hmm.
So I think there's it always goes back to who is your audience, who are you trying to please, and who that dance floor you're trying to keep full. Obviously, these are young kids, so you don't necessarily have to be concerned with the elegance and sophistication that most of us are concerned with throughout the summer wedding season.
Yes.
It's kind of a chance to kind of let loose and get, loud and garish a little bit. And so the first category to think about is effect lighting. And we've got, one of those fixtures. I think it's not a matter of how much inventory can you add for school season. It's, can you add something that's small, mobile, that's not going to cost you an arm and a leg, that you can also make money back from. Yeah, we were just doing one of the episodes that I do for you guys, actually, Thursday Vids, was all about being these gearaholics and finding ways to prevent overspending or overextending ourselves just because we feel like we have to add and add and add. And I don't think that's necessarily the key. How can we use what we already have? Or if we want to add something new for this new season and a new audience, there are small mobile fixtures that aren't going to cost an arm and a leg that have really big impact. One of these fixtures that I'm really crazy about is called the Wash FX. It's a compact, bright effect light. It's got 18 4-watt LEDs in it. It's completely DMX controllable. Gives you amazing beam effects, amazing wash effects, and it's smaller than a bread box. Really powerful, compact effect light, but also a wash light, so it's very versatile. I would definitely take a look at something like the Wash FX. I know Jeremy Breck has done a few videos in his Shop Time series about the Wash FX.
Yes.
Definitely check those out because it could be a really powerful and compact addition to your setup for the school season. So that is sort of the effect category. But if you're looking at sort of the uplighting category, I really suggest taking a look at the Slim Beam Quad IRC. This is really changing the way we're thinking about uplighting. And for school dances, the Slim Beam Quad IRC can really make a whole room come alive because of its unique array of beams. It's 3 quad color, 3-watt LEDs that is in a 180-degree tiltable array. And what it does is create amazing wall art, we call it, this array of beams that you can really cover a large area with not as many fixtures. You can do less with more using these slim beam quads. They create amazing effects. And when they're doing chases or runs or even just color fades, these array of beams can actually cross each other and overlap, and it makes a whole room come alive.
Yeah.
And it's something that school kids at a dance really just are loving. So it's just reimagining uplighting. And that's what we say about the Slim Beam Quad IRC. It's uplighting reimagined. So in terms of that, that's something really to take a look at. And as far as the atmospherics category, I'm a big fan of the Geyser RGB, because especially for a school dance, this isn't something you might normally use at most weddings, maybe, per se, unless you're talking about really cool grand entrances or something like that. But at a school dance, you can blast these things off all night long. 25-foot high blasts of LED illuminated fog that you can invert upside down. You can shoot them sideways. Just creates an amazing effect. By now, most people are familiar with the Geyser RGB, but it's just a reminder to kind of don't forget about the atmospheric category of fixtures when you're talking about school dances. So those are kind of three things that come to top of mind when you're talking about what can you add, or what can that's not going to cost you, a year-long salary to add to your inventory to kind of give that school dance it's an added boost. So if again, the effect lighting, the up lighting, wash lighting, and the atmospherics are all things you have to kind of pay attention to that are easy to add for your school dance season. But the question, of course, is how can you make money, using these things?
Yeah,
that's what most people want to know.
Oh, for sure.
So, and it's something that I've been thinking about, because I think in general, and tell me if I'm wrong, we always need to be on the lookout for new lighting opportunities, or new upsell, upcharge opportunities, or maybe a better, more politically correct way to say that is ways to create more service and value for our clients.
Sure.
And as far as a school dance goes, and the upcoming school year goes, I think we sort of have to think beyond just a dance. So think of all of the different events that might be happening at a school, and ways that we could light them to create value for them and create income for us. For instance, just a few I jotted down where obviously it's going to be football season. What's going to really turn a football team on is to create really one of these cool lit, tunnels that they can run through to get to the field. Geysers are huge for that. Pro teams are using the geysers for their entrances onto the field and things like that. Any sports team, it's going to be back to the athletics. That's it's time for that. So that is kind of a cool way to do things. Most schools have some sort of theatrical productions going on in the fall. Usually it's their big fall musical, if they don't do it in the spring. Find out if you can assist them with lighting, or provide them some additional fixtures to the ones they already have. I mean, as we all know, many schools don't have the most up-to-date LED lighting systems, including movers and intelligent lighting in their existing lighting rigs.
Yeah.
Some are lucky enough to do, but many don't. So this is an opportunity to maybe provide a few fixtures to that fall production for some added income, and get your name out there to additional people in that school system who might not be thinking of you because they're not involved with the school dance. So, there's also concerts that go on. They're already going to be starting to prepare for their holiday concerts and things like that, but certainly there are a number of different musical group ensembles, whether it's choral, whether it's symphonic band, or whatever it is. Look at the school calendar where you live, go to the Board of Education website, and find out how you can sort of become a vendor of choice when it comes to providing these really cool, lit, effect-laden moments and events for all of their school events.
Yeah.
It's all added income, and it's just trying to think out of the box a little bit to how we can provide that service for the back to school season.
Yeah, and I think that's going to become a big thing because a lot of the teens have seen uplighting around, and we're able to do things with uplighting at weddings that some of them are going to be starting to think that should be at their dances. And I think that,
Absolutely.
having that, like the Slim Beam, we were talking about that earlier, where it does it's kind of a fan look on the wall. The idea of taking that gymnasium or that cafeteria or commons area and creating something different, and a different atmosphere just with lighting, is going to be something that I think could be an upsell for many DJs. But even if you don't upsell it, just to have that as something that you're doing, it's going to create a different feel to your show and add something above and beyond dancing, because everyone is going to be playing, any number of the songs. We're going to be playing Uptown Funk yet this fall, and yet if I have a different atmosphere, different feel because of my lighting, that's going to give the kids a different reaction and a different feel for the night.
Yeah, and it's a chance to kind of use these fixtures to sometimes a greater potential than we normally can during wedding season. Some of the feedback that we've gotten about a fixture like the Slim Beam is, well, it really makes some amazing wall art. It really does create those really cool array of beams, but it may be too much for the theme of the wedding that we're having. It may not match certain colors, although you certainly can color match. These fixtures are so versatile and flexible.
Right.
But sometimes they think, some people may think it's a little bit too much on walls for a wedding. But at a school dance, it's time to let loose and let those things do what they were designed to do, which is just really turn a room into something special.
Oh,
and
yeah.
it's not just, even if you're talking about school dances, it's not just about the dance floor. I mean, think about the other things that are going on. For instance, usually there's some sort of, step and repeat photo station.
Mm-hmm.
How could you light that? Could you provide some lighting and effects for that to really give them a cool station and look to take pictures in, as opposed to just plain white incandescent light in front of a step and repeat?
Yes.
Could you do the entranceway to the main hall where the dance is, down the hallway? Could you uplight that with some Slim Beams or some strobe or some UV or something like that? Don't forget, Halloween season is coming too. So
for sure,
it's time to get fun and let loose. Let that youthful vitality come back into your imagination and creativity, and make some money this school season.
Yeah, that's great stuff there, Jeffrey. Great stuff. Ladies and gentlemen, if you have any questions or any comments, please put those down below. We certainly appreciate any questions or thoughts that you may have. If you've got a question for Jeffrey, you can either contact him, go to Chauvet, and I think is your email right on the website, Jeffrey?
People can always contact me. My email is gshort. I'm Geoff with a G. So it's gshort@Chauvet Lighting. Feel free to email me anytime. I love hearing from you. That's what I'm here for, is to learn from you, everybody, and share that feedback and ideas, because that's how we all elevate the industry and make increased income for sure.
Yeah, that's certainly it. So yeah, you can pop an email out to Geoff or put something in the comments, and we'll do our best to answer those questions. If you have any thoughts of any other products you'd like to see us kind of spotlight, because Geoff and I are going to be kind of getting back into the season now of getting more of these lighting chats going. So if there's something you'd like to see, put that down in the comments area. We'd love to hear from you, because that is what gives us feedback to know what you would like to see in upcoming shows. Geoff, I want to thank you. There's some great stuff here for the school dance DJs, and I'm looking forward to our next chat, which we're going to be talking about wedding stuff, if I'm not mistaken.
Back to weddings, always a big topic for sure. We're looking forward to it.
Looking forward to that. Once again, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching tonight. If you are listening to us on iTunes, please pop out to iTunes and rank the audio of this show. We appreciate your taking your time to do that, because on iTunes, the more rankings we get, the better they will show us the love and helping to get the kind of word out that we exist on iTunes. But I'm John Young with the Disc Jockey News and Disc Jockey News TV, and this is Jeffrey Short from Chauvet DJ. Thanking. Thanks for watching.
Thanks so much.
Good night.